everyone, Darktoylord here. Thank you very much for tuning in. Today we're going to be taking a look at this Transformers Combiner Wars Swindle. We recognize him as being one of the Combaticons, but I looked over the packaging pretty thoroughly. I don't see Combaticon listed anywhere, so it does not look as though they're advertising these figures as being Combaticons. Alright, so looking at the figure in the packaging, here we can see that he is packaged with his IDW comic book. Figure is in the bubble in robot mode. You see we have the hand-foot accessory as well as his individual weapon. Spin this guy around and we see there is a little blurb about the character, top left-hand corner there. Image of the character in robot mode, followed by an image of his vehicle mode. You can see they're promoting that this does the transformation in 12 steps. Over here on the right, you'll see all the other characters needed in order to combine into Bruticus. They have Swindle here as the leg. Other characters in the series include Blastoff, Vortex, Onslaught, and Brawl. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get this guy opened up and take a closer look at the figure himself. Alright, so inside the packaging we have the IDW comic book. We have the instruction manual. Here is the foot/hand accessory. The individual blaster. And Swindle. Alright, so some quick observations on the robot mode. First off, the detailing on this figure is actually pretty nice. I really like it. Close up here on the face is very reminiscent of the G1 face. No light piping, which is unfortunate. In regards to articulation, the head is on a ball joint, so it can move all around. The shoulders also on ball joints, so nice range of motion there. Elbows 90 degrees. Nothing in the wrists, unfortunately. No waist articulation, but the hips are on ball joints, so they move all around. The upper thighs can swivel. The knees give you 90 degrees of motion, and he also has some ankle tilt to help with your posing of the figure. Alright, let's go ahead and get this guy into his military Jeep mode. Alright, first thing we're going to do, this part on his back, which is actually the what would be the windshield area plus the hood of the truck, or hood of the Jeep. We're going to pop that back. That. We're going to spin around to the front. We're going to take his arms and swivel his forearms around like this. And then take the entire arm and swivel them back. And what you need to do, let me zoom in a little bit here. This slot right here. So this part here, this protrusion here, needs to go in. Oh, right here on the other opposite side. So it's a little bit tricky because you got to dodge this thing here and get the arm in there like so. And on the other side, do the same thing. There we go. And there's they peg in. Maybe hard to see, but they peg in right there. So you want to make sure the arms are properly pegged into place. Alright, and then we're going to jump up to the legs. The legs are going to collapse in on themselves. It's got a double jointed system there. And then you're going to peg the two halves together. Alright, and then take the feet and we're going to slide these back If it becomes unpegged, like mine just did, just peg everything back together. Go. Alright, and once you have everything pegged back together, what you're going to do, if the arms pop up, like just happen to get those back in place and peg them in, you're going to take the hood windshield section, you're going to bring that forward, and that's going to peg in here in the front, which can also be tricky because everything needs to line up so perfectly. Here we go. So once those are pegged in, you can come around here. We're going to spin his head around and fold that up. And then last but not least, we're going to grab the blaster and going to place that right on top of the Jeep. And there you go. Wheels spin pretty well. Very interesting design for the Jeep, for sure. I like it, I really do. My only complaint is that the hands, the robot fists, are really kind of obvious. I'm not sure if there's anything that could have been done about that. Maybe if they hollowed out the forearm, if there was enough room hollowed out the forearm so they could fold in or something. That would have been nice. But anyway, I mean, it's a nice looking Jeep. I like it. So going from Jeep mode to leg mode is extremely easy, only a couple of steps. First off, we're going to take the front of the car and fold that back to the position that it was in when they were Swindle's feet. We're going to take the combiner port right here and we're going to pop that up. Spin around and take the gun. After dropping it, we're going to pick that back up and we're just going to flip it around so it's pointing in the opposite direction. Grab the foot accessory and peg on the foot. We'll go right into that port right there. And there you have it, one Bruticus leg. Okay, going into arm mode, we're going to start off in Jeep mode. Let's go ahead, take the blaster rifle, pull that off. We're going to take Swindle's head and we're going to pull it down or rotate it down slightly, not fully so that the robot's head is exposed, but just slightly like that so the gray part is facing backwards. Then we're going to take the nose or the hood of the Jeep. I'm going to pull that up and we're going to bring that back like so. We're going to take the legs, we're going to extend them and then tab them back together. We'll take the waist and we'll spin that around 180. Take the feet or the nose of the Jeep. We're going to collapse those up. So kind of going back into the robot mode feet. We're going to go back here to the combiner port and we're going to flip that out. The blaster can go into what is the robot's hand, which is exposed now. And then we go ahead and we'll grab the hand accessory and we're going to plug that in right here. And there you have it. So there you have Decepticon Swindle. I really enjoy this figure. Can't wait to get the rest of the figures of the series so I can combine them all into Bruticus. But definitely, if you see this guy in the store, I recommend picking him up. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.